So you're wondering if having voices in your head is normal? Well, let me uncover for you where they come from and what do you do with them? Because today's a good day to get some control in your head. So in your head, there's a lot of things going on. And one of the things, if you really start to pay attention, you'll notice is that there is talking going on inside your head. There's some voices that are going on inside your head. And is this something to really be alarmed about? Is it something to be concerned about? Well, I think it really matters what the voices are saying. So is it normal to have voices in your head? Yeah, it's normal. Doesn't mean you're crazy. Years ago, they would put you in a straitjacket, because you got other people inside your head and they didn't know what that meant. But today, it's quite socially accepted that, you have voices in your head. In fact, if you even brought it up at the kitchen table, hey, I hear voices in my head. You probably will have your family members look at you, kind of laugh for a moment, and then they go back to eating their spaghetti. It's not a weird thing today to have voices in your head, but it is something you may want to pay attention to if the talking and the voices in your head have any type of negative connotation to it. If the voices inside your head are degrading or debilitating or doubtful or discouraging, anything on the downward slide of things, that you want to pay attention to. And the reason why is because just imagine if somebody was walking next to you all day long, there was a person next to you, and that person all day long just kept telling you how bad you were, how you did things was not good, and how many mistakes you're making, and what if they just kept pointing out everything that was wrong? Well, sooner or later, that person would wear you down, and when you get wore down, you really can feel down. So if the voices in your head are wearing you down to where you're feeling down, that you want to pay attention to. In fact, as soon as you start to notice any voice in your head that starts to send you in this direction, I hope you become alarmed about it, concerned about it. Because if that voice continues to talk that way inside your head and you don't do anything about it, and you just let it just ramble on all day long, it's just like having a person next to you saying those things to you. After a while, it's going to wear you down, you're going to feel down, and then when you're down, you don't feel motivated to do things. In fact, I really believe, and I have found, that people lose motivation not because of hard work, not because of how many times they try to do something, but they lose motivation because literally the negative voices in their head have wore them down, just depleted them on the inside. So it's normal to have voices in your head, but you got to check in. It's just kind of like having a friend who's a jerk. Once they're a jerk long enough, you don't want them around anymore. So inside your head, if you got a jerk inside your head, you got to get rid of that. You got to do something to stop that, all that talking going on inside your head. Okay, but where do these come from, right? Does it mean you're like possessed with something or so like some kind of weird phenomenon happening? No, what happens is in your life experiences, people say things to you. People make comments to you. And as you've been growing up, you've had friends, parents, teachers, bosses, neighbors, all kinds of people who are around you who have said things to you. And many times those voices from these people get into your head and they just keep playing over and over and over and over again. Either what they said or how you interpreted it, doesn't make sense, or maybe it was kind of weird or hurtful or harmful. It causes you to keep playing it over and over again. So here's one person's comment, another person's comment, and it just piles up inside your head. It's crazy. And it literally can drive you crazy. So this is what you got to do though. That's what you got to do. What's going on inside your head, I really believe is up to you to manage and decide who is allowed to talk inside your head and who's not allowed to talk. Like, I think it's important for you to take charge of what's going on inside. I know people right now who don't take charge and they just let whatever's being said keep being said on the inside. And then they wonder why they don't have motivation. They wonder why they can't finish the jobs that they're trying to finish, or, they're not doing well. So voices in your head that are out of control is sooner or later going to cause you to feel out of control. And when you feel out of control, you can feel like you lose belief in yourself. So to get the management you want of what's going on inside your head, you actually got to tell some of those voices to shut up. You actually got to, when that voice speaks up in your head and says something, maybe inside your head, you turn towards that voice and say, you know what, you need just to shut up. You're a jerk. What you're saying is not right. What you're saying is wrong. We can actually stand up against those voices and debate what they're saying. We can actually talk back to those voices. You have your own voice inside your head. Your voice is in there somewhere amongst these other voices. Your voice is in there somewhere. And so recognize that other people have gotten into your head. And sometimes you need to tell them to shut up, get out, be quiet, leave me alone, just as though they came over to your house and they're being a jerk to you and they're saying mean things to you. You just kick them out. You keep talking to them and you just usher them right out the door and you just kick them out. And you literally just open up the door and you kick them out. But you have to speak up. You have to speak up and say something. Don't just sit there and let those voices that are trashing on you trash on you. You don't need trash talk in your head. So yeah, it's normal to have voices in your head, but what are they saying? And if they're saying bad stuff, you get in there and you set the record straight and you clean up what's going on inside your head. Just like if you had a whole bunch of people over your house, you clean out all the jerks, keep all your friends, keep all the good people. Now, wake up your voice. You have an internal voice that you can use to literally talk yourself into doing things. The same thing, like these voices can actually talk you out of doing things. Like let's say you're supposed to, finish a project, but there's a voice in your head that says, I don't want to do that today. I just want to be lazy today. Well, you can wake up your own personal voice and go, no, we're going to finish the project today. I want to get this done. So you have a voice in here that I believe needs to be the strongest voice in there. So you can take control of your life. And really, if you're ever looking for ways to take control and have better control of your life, it really starts inside your head. Because all of your decisions and your choices, they're being made inside here. And if you got all these other people in here making, sarcastic comments and trash talking you, they're affecting your choices. They're affecting your decisions. And you are not going to make the best decision. You just can't. You can't when you got a bunch of trash talk coming to you. So if you want to do better, you get to manage what's going on inside your head. You can have good voices in here. Like I got my dad's voice in my head. And my dad has all these principles of life that he's taught me. My dad has made mistakes too, and he said things to me before. It's like, well, I don't want to remember that one. But I really like my dad's sayings, my dad's way of thinking. So I have my dad's voice in my head, and it's a good voice. And it motivates me, it keeps me going. I got a high school friend that's inside my head, and he was always encouraging. So I think it'd be cool to actually pack your head full of motivational people, right? Instead of having trash talk, what if you had this super motivating motivational seminar going on inside your head all the time? That would be awesome. Then all your decisions and all your dreams, hopes, and wishes, You'd have people and they're just like, yeah, you got this, Kirk. Keep going, Kirk. You can do this. That would be powerful. So if somebody questions you, like there's something wrong with you because you have voices in your head, no. It's scientifically normal because you got people you've encountered and they're in there, but manage the quality of the talking that's going on inside your head. Manage the quality. Kick out the ones you don't want, bring the ones you want, and manage that so you got some good atmosphere, good motivational things happening inside your head. Now, if you meet someone who's struggling and they can't figure out why they're struggling, they just can't figure it out. They don't know why they're struggling. Say this to them. So what are the little voices in your head telling you? And you may see them like react, like, what? What are you talking about? I don't have voices. Like, yeah, you do. Every struggling person has trash talk going on inside their head. You got a friend who's struggling, they got trash talk from trash people trash talking them. You meet someone who's, like down or, they're all bummed out or something terrible happened to them, they got trash talk. And so you don't need to wonder anymore where that's coming from. They got issues in their head, and teach them what I just taught you. Teach them what I just taught you. The trash talkers need to get out, and they got to stand up to them. And it feels really weird because we're not taught this in school. We're not taught how to manage our mind of all the conversations. That's not a class in school anywhere. Nobody teaches you how to do this, but I'll tell you what, that's what matters. A person who can manage what's going on inside their head can manage what's going on outside. Get better on the inside here, and you get better on the outside. But when your friend's down, ask them, what are they saying in your head? What's going on? Then help them with what to say to talk back. Help them fight back against those bullies and those trash talkers inside their head. They'll be so glad you did. And welcome to the world of having voices in your head. You're not a weirdo. We all have it going on. You're just more conscious than the rest of the people. Okay, you just learned what's going on here about the trash talk inside your head. Now, if you really want to jump in here and do some good work inside of your skull, go check out this program I have that's called Master My Thoughts. Step-by-step process to just make you just a rock star inside your head and teach you how to really get inside those thoughts and clean it up. Because the better you function in here, the better you're gonna function in life. So click the link below about Master My Thoughts and check it out. Get the program, learn what it takes, and then start using it and notice how you have more control of your life. Notice how much better you do when it's better inside here. And if you got kids that are struggling or a friend that's struggling, get this program, use this program, super affordable, and you can use this to teach them and help them. And of course, subscribe. Click the subscribe button so that you can be part of what's going on here on this YouTube channel because, of course, I got more great training coming your way.